Hey foodie friends! So today we are going to make some chocolate peanut butter cheesecake muffins. So let's get saucy. All right, foodie friends, like I said, chocolate peanut butter cheesecake muffins. So I'm gonna jump right in because I really want to eat these. So I'm going to take, I have a bowl here with a sieve to sift this together. I find that I like to sift cocoa powder because it tends to have quite a bit of lumps in it. So I've got 1/2 cup of cocoa powder there, and into that I'm going to also add in 2 cups of flour. This is an all-purpose, just all-purpose flour. I guess if you wanted to, you could use cake flour, but it's not really necessary. Just all-purpose flour is great for this. So 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Okay. And then we're going in with 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And then we're just going to sift that all together. So this is just, you don't have to do this. You could absolutely just go ahead and put this all in the bowl together and kind of give it a good whisking. But like I said, with that cocoa powder, how much it tends to lump, I like to do a sift on this. So you can see in the bottom of my sieve here, some lumps of cocoa powder and flour. So I can just kind of press those through and not have those lumps in there. And anything that doesn't go through goes away. So in addition to that, I'm going to add in a good pinch of salt, probably like 1/2 teaspoon if you want to really measure it. And so now that's going to set to the side. And in my other bowl here, I have 1 stick of butter, or 1/2 cup of butter, and 2/3 of a cup of brown sugar. So I'm just going to mix these together until they're kind of light and well incorporated. Okay, so this is looking pretty good. I'm just gonna give the bowl a little bit of a scrape, and then we're gonna add in 1 egg. And go ahead and mix that in. And then I have the small container, 1/2 cup of Greek yogurt that I'm putting in as well. So it's gonna add a little bit of tang, but it's also gonna help with the tenderness of this. I'm also using buttermilk, same reason, that's gonna help with the tenderness, as well as boost of flavor. So mix this in. All right, now we're gonna go in with our dry ingredients. We're gonna go with about, I don't know, maybe 1/2 or 1/3 of this. We're gonna alternate between this and our buttermilk. So like I said, about 1/2 to 1/3 of this, and then we'll go buttermilk, and then we'll go more dry mix. Scraping this down always to make sure everything gets well incorporated. Alright, so now some buttermilk. This is 2/3 of a cup of buttermilk. Put about 1/2 of that in. Bowl another scrape, and then more dry ingredients, and finish her up. All right, that's good and well mixed. I'm gonna finish it off with my spatula a little bit, don't want to work it too much because you'll develop a lot of gluten in that flour, and that's not good for muffins or cakes. You don't want it to be tough. So, all right, foodie friends. So I thought I was forgetting something, and indeed I did. I forgot to put my vanilla in there. So I'm just gonna put in my vanilla. It's about 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And I'm just gonna work that through with my spatula. And then the last thing I'm gonna add is a cup of chocolate chips. So I just have some mini chocolate chips. You could use regular chocolate chips, whatever you have. I just happen to have the mini chocolate chips, so that's what I'm gonna use. So I'm gonna put a cup of these in here. Whoop, a little more than a cup. and just fold those through. You could put white chocolate in here too, that would be really good, but I just like these. These are dark chocolate chips, so it's gonna give you know, that extra kind of bitter, a little bit of bitterness to it. This isn't overly sweet, which is nice, but so now we're gonna set this to the side, and we are going to make the cheesecake part of this. So this is the bowl that my flour was in. It's fine, doesn't need to be rinsed out or washed or anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in here, I have 5 ounces of cream cheese and 3 ounces of peanut butter. So 8 ounces total. You could use any nut butter for this if you have, you know, peanut allergies or whatever, or you could just use 8 ounces of cream cheese and just make them cheesecake. But chocolate and peanut butter is one of my favorite combinations. So anytime I can combine the two, I absolutely will. So this, we'll give this a little bit of a mix. All right, so this is good and light now. I'm gonna go ahead and add in a half a cup of sugar, just white sugar to this. And got that incorporated. Scrape my bowl as always. Another quick turn. And then the last thing for this is, again, 1 egg. Actually, not the last thing, because I'm gonna add a tablespoon of flour to this as well, just to help with it setting when we bake it. Optional, you don't have to. All right, that's nice and mixed up. Looks delicious. Tastes even better. So I managed to forget to turn my oven on to preheat, so I just did that, 400 degrees, so it's gonna take a little while for that to heat up, but I'm going to start portioning these out. This is gonna make, I mean, let's see how many it makes. I think it's gonna make somewhere between 12 and 18, just depending on how much batter goes into each one, and how big your muffin cups are. I have a relatively large muffin pan here, so these are gonna be quite big. I'm just gonna clean up real quick and then we'll be right back and we'll start putting these together. Okay, so let's start doing this. So I've got my muffin tin here with some liners, and I'm going to put 1 scoop of the batter, the chocolate muffin batter, into the bottom and kind of, you know what, let me get another spoon, actually, another spatula. So I'm gonna just kind of push this down because it's kind of a thick batter. So I want to push this down, and I'm also going to make a little bit of a well in the center to put our cheesecake filling in there. So just kind of make sure that that fills out the cup, and there's a little bit of a well in the center. So I will show you what I mean. You can see there that I've made like a divot in the center where I'm going to put the cheesecake filling in, and then I'm gonna put more of the muffin batter up on top, of course. So I've got another scoop, a smaller scoop. I'm gonna take the peanut butter cheesecake filling and put that right in the center, and then probably another scoop of the muffin batter right on top. And it's gonna be like a layered muffin, right? So I'm gonna continue doing all of these, and then once my oven is preheated, because like I said, I forgot to do it, we'll go ahead and bake them. All right, foodie friends, so these are ready for the oven. They are going to go in at 400 degrees for about probably 16 to 20 minutes, just until you put a toothpick in the center and it comes out mostly clean. It might have some kind of moist crumbs on it. And then once that's done, we'll leave them in the pan for about 5 minutes and then take them out and put them on a rack to cool completely. So I'm gonna have another batch. I don't think I'm gonna make quite 12 because like I said, I do have this really big muffin pan. So it's probably gonna be more like 8 or 10 for me, but you could do this in a smaller kind of cupcake pan or whatever you like, whatever you have. So anyway, once these are done, we'll come back and we will check them out, give them a taste, and I can't wait because these are going to be absolutely delicious. All right, see you soon. All right, foodie friends, so my muffins are out of the oven. This ended up making 9 for me. Like I said, my muffin tin is really big. Like you can see, that's a really nice big muffin, right? So depending on the size of your pan, you'll get more, or probably not less, but you could get more if you're using a smaller pan. So let's see. This comes off really easily. That looks so good. Look at that. Go in for a taste here. Oh my God, you guys. Wow. That is so delicious. It's light and springy, the cake, and then that creamy cheesecake filling in there, not overpowering, just a little hint of peanut butter. These are absolutely delicious. You are absolutely going to want to make these, guys. So listen, thanks as always for joining me here on Getting Saucy with Chef Lynn. There'll be a link to the full written recipe in the description box below. You can follow me across all social media at Chef Lynn Wheeler. My website is cheflynnwheeler.com. That's where the recipe will be, all of my recipes. And if you're in the Central Florida area, you can reach out to me there to book me for catering or personal chef jobs. Like I said again, thanks guys, and I will see you next time.